Hey coaches, welcome back. If you're here, you likely are here to talk all things spread football for youth, middle school, or even high school. Typically we talk air raid, number one. And number two, we're here to empower coaches to just be better in general and try to empower the whole coaching community. So on today's episode, I'm going to get into a four Verts update. We've talked a lot about single high safeties, but in a second, we're going to talk about what we're going to do if we see a two high safety, okay? Appreciate you guys being here, and we'll get started right now. All right, awesome. So, hey, coaches, we are going to get into the two high four Verts conversation in just 2 seconds. But the first thing I kind of want to do is just stop in and talk a little bit about the website that we've all kind of been working on together, whistle.com. And if you remember, whistle.com is the pulse of the online coaching community. That's what our goal is. We want a place where all the coaches come daily, find some really great relevant news and news feed for coaches specifically, and we want to empower them with showing all the different ways people run stick or mesh, giving them videos to go watch. So really this whistle.com is all about empowering coaches and really just a place where we can go every day as coaches to find some relevant news. I mean, I was just looking through here today, and the most upvoted article in the last 2 days is this article about Steve Sarkisian working under Nick Saban and how it kind of revitalized his career. So CBS Sports actually is doing a whole series, not on Steve, but on Nick Saban and how coaches are coming to him to work under him. These guys are coaches that have established themselves and for whatever reason haven't kept the momentum in their careers. So a lot of coaches are working under Nick Saban again, getting kind of their mind right, getting the structure in their mind right, and then going off into other places. So Steve Sarkisian is a great example. He actually is going to be Texas's head coach. There was an article. Let me go to the recent stories because the front page is the popular stories, right? What's been upvoted. But if you just go into all this, here is just a list of all of these different articles that you guys are all posting. I'm posting some. You guys are posting some. Every day we get new posts of coaches related articles. But yeah, CBS Sports is doing an entire series, a 3-part series on kind of Nick Saban's coaching rehab program. And he loves bringing in coaches, established coaches, new coaches, teaching them the ways. And then he goes off and they go start their career again. And it's worked out really well for a bunch of coaches like him, Lane Kiffin, just to name a few. Okay. So that's a really cool article. Another great article I see has got upvoted 5 times is this USA Wheelchair Football League. I was not aware that existed. So that's pretty cool that there even is a USA Wheelchair Football League. Very cool. Another article that seems to be just tearing up Twitter, Facebook, everything is this coach that forced a young Jewish kid to eat pork on a pizza as a punishment. And it continues to come up. There's a new article about it every day. That's one thing that we wanted to do, guys. While we want this to be a positive website where coaches can come get information, learn, interact with each other, and collaborate, we also need to drain the swamp, for lack of a better term, guys. We need to hold coaches accountable. We do not need coaches in our ranks, especially with the youth kids, especially at that level where there's very few checks and balances, who gets to coach and who doesn't. We all get, background checked and CPR certified, but background checks only go so far. So I really want to blow the whistle on some of these coaches. I know, like, we keep posting every day. This is a crazy one about another coach. So this coach who basically started his coaching career preaching about stopping violence, getting with he would get gang members together from different gangs and talk through with them. Turns out he was actually the kingpin of it all, and he is charged as the leader of one of these gangs now. So guys, we've got to drain the swamp. Excessively harsh. I don't know about that. There's every day, myself or you guys post at least 8 to 10 articles, and I'd say half of them are about something negative with a coach acting crazy. So guys, let's make sure that we work together to make sure all of our kids are safe. Okay. Here's another article, and the last one I'll talk about is this boxing. You know, I feel like boxing is a dying sport. I have never really connected with the UFC stuff. You know, I appreciate it. It's all good. You know, it's entertainment. But boxing to me, it seems to be a little harder to only be able to win a fight with your fists, and you really have to get into the science of it to be good. And so we have a great coach in Brooksville. I think it's in the out east, that is using his boxing gym as a way to get youth off the streets. And you know, that's a old story. As long, you know, we've heard that story from back when we were kids. That's where Mike Tyson started with some trainers just trying to get them off the street. But I think you know, boxing, if I had $1 million to put towards programs to help kids, I think boxing would be at the top of my list. Okay, so cool. So that's kind of just a quick run view of kind of the top headlines that I've been seeing through these popular stories. Again, I appreciate all you guys posting stories. I'm doing some, and then going and upvoting the most popular. So you can see, you know, I can just click this button and vote for it, and then it will go to the top of the list. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is last week we talked about a lot of us on the Facebook group and early adopters that joined the website, trying to get as many plays of any type that we're looking for in one place so coaches can come look. So Y corner, we have over 17 types of Y corner posted. So over here are the groups. Guys, imagine a place if you were a coach and you're like, man, I want to run Y corner. What does that look like? What are the different ways? Coaches can now come, and I want you guys to really pay attention and talk to other coaches about this, because they can come here and just scroll through and talk through it, like Kyle Ryan's version of Y stick. Someone posted, Henry Frederick found this on Twitter, and there's 8 versions right here, the way Florida State runs Y corner. Jason Ross was the first one to post it, his version of Y corner. Brian McGee, awesome. He pairs shallow with corner, which I've never seen done, but that's really cool. So there's so much, and look at all these conversations going on, guys. It's really great to see. So come, please add value. If you have a Y corner group post, please come put your version of Y corner. We've moved on to mesh, and now we're building mesh out. And I believe there's 5 or 6 versions of mesh in here. Oh, someone put Florida State's version of mesh. So that's 12 right there. And then Clay, thank you for posting yours. And this is the way Nevada runs it. So that's cool. I'm going to give that a thumbs up, because that's very cool. I actually want to come in here and put in some messages and ask Clay where he's getting this Nevada stuff. I went to UNR. I want to know. So anyway, we are, again, building a place where coaches can come find things, okay? Anything they need, whether it's ways to run a play, whether it's just wanting to understand what's going on in our coaching community. Up here in the resources, there's videos. So that's really cool. All right, so let's get into the 4 Verts conversation. So nothing's changed for me when we are facing single high safety. And if you guys have been following me, you know that's all we see. I saw in 13 games last season, I saw single high or double 2 high safety once. Okay, so again, this is a quick game for us. If anyone is open, if anyone pre-snap has a defender off of them 7 yards or more off, these kids are going to run. The ones that are uncovered like that are going to run a 3-step stick. This is quick game for us. Quarterback mandatory has to throw the quick stick. If everybody is up, then we are reading it H to Y to F. We really want to throw the H. So if this free safety goes straight back or to his left, we're going to throw this H in the hole. The only time he doesn't throw the H is if this safety starts off by going to the right. Okay, it's not a big looping high rain ball. It's a pretty good, it's not like strictly on a rope, but It's somewhere in between, more of a line drive type of throw, right about this 10 to 12 yard mark. Okay, so we're going H to Y to F. If somehow H and Y are covered, we always have this F, and we know in our world of youth football, there's no one going to be covering the running back. And for that matter, guys, anytime I tell my quarterbacks this, anytime that there's anything uncomfortable about a play, if you just don't feel it at all, always go to your running back, okay? All right, so we've talked about that before. That's not new. What we haven't talked about is what to do against too high safety. And since I had some high school experience this year and about a year and a half of 7-on-7, while I don't love 7-on-7, I got to work on my passing game quite a bit. We did see a lot of too high, so we came up with a way to just make it easy. I think I saw Ron Mackey talking about this is the way he does it as well, so that's nice that it aligns. But here's what we do, okay? So if it's a too high safety, we still have all our rules, so if anyone is 7 yards off or more, we are going to take that easy money regardless of what the situation is. We're going to take that 3-step stick. Now, if everyone's down and it's a too high safety look, now we have to pick a side, okay? And really what we want to do is pick the side with the cornerback that is down further, that's closer to the line of scrimmage. So we're just going to say this side is the side we're picking on, and we're just going to attack one side of the field, okay? So the quarterback needs to put his running back opposite of that. And here's what we're going to do. Quarterback's going to look over, put the F to his right, and he's going to go ahead and snap it. And the quarterback is going to look, and it's almost like a read, like fade out, right? We really want to throw this. Like, why not? So if this cornerback is squatting in zone and this L gets even with him, by the time the quarterback gets back and it hits his back foot on his back drop, which is a 3-step drop in this situation with everyone close, if this guy's even with the cornerback or obviously over the top of him, we're going to go ahead and just throw that pat and go fade up to him all day long, okay? So the read is, let me just say it, outside, inside, swing, okay? Outside, inside, swing. So if this cornerback is back and this safety is capping this H, the H knows he's going to run a mandatory outside release on this linebacker. And if he is capped as he's coming out of that, getting past that linebacker, he is going to run what the easiest thing to call it for us is a dig, because they just kind of know this. They know in a dig, they're just sitting in grass basically right behind this linebacker in front of this safety. So we're just going to flash our hands, get in the quarterback's vision right here, and expect the ball, okay? So again, it's outside, inside, running back, and if both of these things are dead or the quarterback just feels uncomfortable for any reason, we are going to throw the F, okay? So we're going to pick a side that's determined by the closest cornerback. If they are the same, maybe you guys have a feel on the sideline for what cornerback you want to attack. But really, whatever cornerback's closer, we're going to go outside, inside, running back, okay? All right, I'm not going to get into film today, but I hope this was helpful. Please, guys, go sign up for whistle.com. Help us add stuff to the website. Again, we want this to be the pulse of the online community, online coaches community, and a place where coaches can learn and we can figure out how to make it better for everyone, because we need to be better as coaches. And I know you guys, if you're listening to this, you want to be. So let's change this together, okay? All right, subscribe down below if you haven't yet. Like this video. And yes, as always, love the comments and would love to talk to you guys about this. All right, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one.